Photoshop preferences. By now you should be aware, hey, it's a Mac. It's going to be listed under the application name in the menu bar. The menu bar. Starting to sound familiar? Okay, so, and you notice there are more tabs than inside Illustrator. So we're just going to touch on this now. We're going to make a few settings. I want you to be aware in the General tab, Adobe for the color picker, and hue wheel. Change this strip, this small strip, to hue wheel, and I'll show you this just because some of you are going to want to know. If I get a brush tool and then come over here, you see at least where I am in the layer stack, you got to be aware, how come I can't paint? It's because this is a smart object. You can't paint on a smart object, and it's always a good idea not to paint directly on your pixels to make a new layer. Now, I've got my brush, and I'll show you how to change the brush, how hard it is, how soft it is, how small it is, how large it is. I'll show you all that later on. If you're interested, the shortcut was Control and Option while clicking and holding down. And then if I hold down Control, Option, and Command, and then click and hold, then I get the hue wheel. And I can come up and I can select any color I want in order to paint with. It's a very handy way to pick colors. So a little preview, a little segue off of what we were talking about, which is Photoshop preferences. Okay, so for right now, show Start Panel when documents are open. You know, sometimes it shows. Every once in a while it doesn't. Why doesn't it? Well, quite often it's because you're not signed in to the Creative Cloud. If this is grayed out, then you're not signed in. So you need to come in here and sign in. But I'm signed in and the Start Panel does show. For right now, just look, compare this to yours, and go ahead and match that. You need to pause the video or whatever. The interface, once again, like Illustrator, if we want a dark workspace, we can. This does throw off colors a little bit, but I like it for what I'm doing right now. Later on, I may change it. You may like something really light. You pick whatever works for you, but just know when you're working on continuous tone images, photographs, things that you want the colors to be precise because everyone else knows what a tree is supposed to look like, you'll be better off with one of these neutrals right here, okay, with this default workspace. Got it? Okay, so, hey, look, standard, all this stuff. I'm going to show you how to go through screen modes because that's really important. And the rest of this we'll just leave. Workspace, we'll leave that. I turned off Rich Tooltips. Rich Tooltips, when you roll over this, you get a video that flies out. Maybe for right now, when you're beginning, this helps. So when you close this and you roll over something, you get, this, hey, look, even a little video shows you how to do it, shows you what's going on. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Kind of bugs me. So where were we? Down at Tools. You can see what's selected, what's not. Zooming with the scroll wheel, this is a judgment call. I prefer not to have that because there's a real simple way to zoom, and I'll show you that. Don't worry about the history log. Performance cursors. Units right here. Change pixels. Remember type, this is going to be on points. And this, like I told you before, everyone's Photoshop and Illustrator are on points because this is the industry standard, but you have to be a graphic designer working for a print house. You're sending your work off to a process printer, a great big printer, bigger than a car, and we're not dealing with that. So that will serve us. Plugins type. Turn off missing glyph protection. This allows us to scroll through fonts, and that's about it. We'll just go ahead and say that's good for our preferences for now. We'll reset these later on. I'm holding down the space bar in order to temporarily get the hand tool, but this doesn't work. See, I don't have the name here. If I hit the letter F, I cycle to full screen mode without menus. The standard view. Now if I hold down, I can't drag this. I wanted to move this off to the side. So I'm working with these screen modes. What is this? Yeah. Okay, well, I never clicked that, so I didn't know that was going to happen. I'm going to hit the letter F. Used to be, you clicked on this, there it is, and you get these. And you cycle through, look, F, F, F. So what you're looking at, F, F, F. This is the standard one that you're used to. You can't move things around. So if you want to move things around, hit the letter F. You just don't get the name of the file and that information down here in the bar. If I hit F twice, you'll see there's a little information. What percentage am I viewing this out? How big's this file? Okay, got it? Those are your preferences. I hope you set them.